You're listening to the WBT Podcast with Michael Lodge. Listen to all of our podcasts at www.wbtpod.com. Stay informed. Let's get started.
And welcome. This is Mike Lodge. Glad you're here. It's a beautiful day out, nice and sunny. Wind is slightly blowing here in Palm Beach, Florida. So guess what I'm going to talk about today? You and I, we're going to sit down and we're going to talk about debt. Don't turn the channel. Don't go to another podcast. Stay right there. Hold your horses, as my dad would say. Sit down. We're going to talk about this debt. And we're going to talk about how the politicians are not telling you the whole story about this wage inequality. I'll be right back.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.
So what I'm getting upset about is you're hearing all of these politicians out there on the Democratic side saying, oh, this is wage inequality. The problem is that they are not talking about the big concern that I have about you guys that are complaining about wage inequality. And it all has to do with your debt. Right now the economy is good. People are going up. Most everybody's debt has increased by over $1,000 from last year to this year. And the reason why is because the economy is good, so they think everything's going to be flowing in good. But let me tell you something. People are mounting up debt. They're using their credit cards. They have higher student loans. So I'm going to go right now. Let's go over the different Gen X and the millennials and everything. And I'm going to tell you how much they have in debt. Okay? I'm going to tell you how much they have in debt. Gen Z, at the moment, Gen Z and younger millennials, which is 18 to 24, you're just starting out in life, and you already have $22,000 of debt. For those ages 18 to 24, it's no surprise that student loans are the highest source. You guys went into debt for student loans. And now you're going to get into debt for credit cards. Stop. Right there. Older millennials, age 25 to 34, you have $42,000 worth of debt. Gen X, ages 35 to 49, $39,000 worth of debt. Baby boomers, age 50 plus, $36,000 worth of debt. You guys have debt. And you've got to stop this debt. It's absolutely nuts. So you're asking, I'm just not making enough money. I'm just barely surviving. And I hear you moan and groan because you come into my tax office and you tell me these stories. So if you have a wage inequality, it's your fault because you went into debt. Right now is a very good economy. You should be paying off that debt as much as possible. There's jobs out there to have. There's part-time jobs. Get out there and get it. Pay off this debt. So let's talk about the types of debt in America. So right now the consumer debt, that's you and me, is sitting at $14 trillion in the United States. Let's talk about what makes up that debt, okay? If you can afford a home, the total mortgage debt rose to $9.4 trillion, an increase of $407 billion from the same juncture of last year. Now, you guys are going out there buying loans, but you have to ask yourself, can I afford that loan? The other type of debt is auto debt. Total auto debt for last year, 2019, okay, 1.3 trillion, a jump of 59 billion from the prior year. So, the economy's good. You guys are out there spending money. It's okay to spend money, but it's not good to go into debt. Student loans. Student loans at the moment sits at 1.48 trillion as of the second quarter of 2019, up 73 billion the same juncture of the year before. Listen, you guys, stop going into student loan debt. There are other alternatives for you. There's other options for you. Think a little bit. You've got to think this through. You guys are going into debt to go to these schools when you could have an opportunity of first maybe, let's just say go to community college. That's about, $3,000 a year? Come on. Get your underdegree work done, your 2 year stuff there, and then go to the university. Go to the state university where it's going to be cheaper. But you guys are traipsing off half a way across the country, spending $40,000 or $20,000 a year. It doesn't make sense. I cannot believe that you're at $1.48 trillion and you rose $73 billion after everybody has been talking about debt and school loans. Are you doing it because you think it's going to come out free? It's not going to come out free. No one's going to wipe that debt out. If somebody wiped that debt out, who's going to pay for it? You will. In fact, even if they wipe it out, guess what? Whatever the amount of loan that you had as student debt, that then becomes income to you. So let's say they wiped out $20,000. Okay, $20,000 of income to you. You've got to pay taxes on that. That's what happened in the housing crisis, where they were modifying loans and wiping out some debt. Same thing. But you think, no, it's free. No, nothing is free. We taxpayers have to pay that. Credit card debt crossed the $1 trillion mark, reaching $1.08 trillion in the third quarter of 2019. So that has gone up also. It has gone up, and you guys are participating in that debt. It's not good. Debt is this income inequality. Just think, if you had $15,000 and you had paid that all off, you would have more money in your pocket. Those of you that had credit card debt, housing debt, car debt, loan debt, whatever kind of debt that you have, if you were to pay it down and work on it really hard in the next 2 years, well, the economy is strong, the economy is good. Because I'm going to tell you this, this is a dire warning to you. Once a Democrat, especially a socialist Democrat, gets into office, you're going to see a failure of the stock market, and you're going to see the economy dips so way low that you will be in a recession for many, many years. And the reason why is because the business market and the American public and also the stock market do not like the socialist way of thinking. Because the socialist government wants to take control over business. And they want their hand in every single business. And they want to control how much you're going to pay people, how much you're going to do this, and how much you're going to do that. The American economy, if a socialist is brought into the United States, everybody will suffer. Everybody in the United States will suffer because we will go into a very deep, deep depression. We've already seen it happen before. When Obama came on board, everything was paused. No one was hiring anybody. No one was buying any capital equipment. Nothing was going on. And the reason why is because everybody went on pause. They pushed the pause button on their business because they didn't know what mandates were going to come down from Obama. Because he was coming down with a whole bunch, especially on wages and everything else. And that hurts businesses when we can't control our own destiny and the government's going to control us. We will go bankrupt. That's just how it works. Once the government gets their hands into aspects of business and healthcare and everything else, it destroys the whole economy. Socialism does not work. Okay, what happens with socialism is that socialists have already said, we know what's good. We know what we want to do. This is what we're going to do. And you have to live with it. There is no talking about it. There is no discussions about it. There is no debate. There is no bringing of alternative ideas. No, you're stuck. You are in a socialist nation where they feel that they should tell you how to run your business, how to run your payroll, how to run your purchasing, how to do your taxes, how to do this and how to do that, and how people should be taken care of at the hospital, everything. If you think that this free stuff is worth so much to you, by the time you get that free stuff, the economy will be so bad no one will be able to pay for that. Companies will go bankrupt. People will go into tax situations where they're unable to meet their payroll taxes because income has dropped down so low. They're going to have to lay people off because they can no longer afford having that many people. It will happen. I've seen it before. It will happen again. But with a socialist like Bernie Sanders or even in Elizabeth Warren type individual, their whole goal is to destroy the American economy. They do not like capitalism. They don't like free markets. So at this point in time, while the economy is still good, we still have a president that supports a free market system. Get jobs that's going to pay down that debt. Don't go out and buy anything more. Don't go out and go into debt. Don't buy that new car. Buy a used car. Don't go out there and charge on credit cards because you think you should be eating out every single day. Stop it. Use some common sense right now. Stop talking to me and stop lecturing me, especially you Democrats. Stop lecturing me on income inequality when you're not controlling the income you already have. You just spend and spend and spend, and so consumer debt goes rising high. Don't blame the president on that. He's not the one forcing you to sign on that dotted line to get that credit card or to get that new car or to buy that new house. Until you pay down your debt, you don't buy anything. And so help me, if you guys turn around and say, well, the president, no. He did not help you get into debt. You got into debt. You made the choice. You see, debt is a choice. And also to get out of debt is a choice. And you have to work at it. But to be in this much debt, $14 trillion of debt, and you guys are participating in it every single day. You guys that are fresh out of school, starting your lives, if you already have $22,000 of debt, you're stupid. Absolutely stupid. You didn't make the right choices, so now you have to make some right choices, and that is to pay down that debt as soon as possible. The longer you pay on that debt, the more that the people make an interest off of your stupidity. Credit cards love stupid people. Loan companies love stupid people. So you're in the club. Start using some common sense. I do not believe in this income inequality. Yes, there's some people who are way below, but maybe they haven't chosen the fact to go to the next step or try to get to the next step. Sometimes people get so comfortable at where they're at, they don't want to go anywhere. I used to have this nurse that worked for me. And I always give them the lecture. I said, listen, you've got to go out there and you have got to get more education. You got to get a specialty. You got to do something so that you can earn a good living. Now, that was 9 years ago. Do you know he's still at that spot? He's still at the spot where he was when he started 9 years ago. Because he doesn't want to go to that next step. He's comfortable where he's at. But he has debt. So I want to slap people in the face sometimes because I see what they're doing and they're not thinking. Their mind is going twiddly-dum. Let me go ahead. Let me get that credit card. Oh, it's a credit card. Oh, it's so beautiful. Look at this credit card. It's so beautiful. And it's got a $10,000 limit. Okay, let me go out and try it to see how it works. Zing-a-dee-ding-a-dee-ding. And pretty soon it's at 10,000. And then you're calling them up and say, hey, do me a favor. I'm a good guy. I'm a good girl. Up my limit. Can you just up my limit? I just need some more. I love credit. I love you guys. And more debt. And more debt. So my friends, if you're going to talk about inequality with me, you had better come and show me that you have no debt. If you have no debt, and if you're still having a hard time making it, then we need to talk. Inequality means sometimes people make stupid decisions. And if you guys are going up into debt daily, it's Christmas time. $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $800, $900, $1,000 gone out of your credit cards. And you sit there, oh my gosh, and you feel guilty and you say, how am I going to pay this back? I can hear the guilt pains. What am I going to do? I just spent $1,000. I don't have $1,000. I only have $500 in the bank. I heard something really stupid the other day, and Elizabeth Warren was so proud of this, is that this guy came up to her and said, listen, all I have is $6 in my bank account. Here's $3. That is stupid. Why would you give a politician your money? Why? What the hell goes through people's mind? They're giving the last $6 of their money away to a politician. When that $6 or that $3 could have bought you some food, it could buy you some beans that you could have cooked over rice. But no, you have to play this political martyr. Playing the stupid idiot. Why would you give money, your last money, to a politician? That is stupid. So I want you to understand that I don't have any hurt feelings or any sympathy to you guys who are yelling inequality, but you have not controlled your own finances, your own debt. You are not financially astute. You just spend. You are not thinking about what's going to happen in the future. It's all about the now. Sometimes people don't get gifts because you don't have the ability to give a gift. And if you think that putting it on your charge card is going to make it okay, you better start rethinking about how you're living your financial life. A lot of you guys out there are very, very good Christians, but you're in debt. A lot of you are really good Muslims out there, but you're in debt. A lot of you are really good Jewish people out there, but you're in debt. Because it's so easy to fall off the wagon and go into debt. You know, if you want to get biblical about this, God talks very, very thoughtfully about being good stewards of your money. And that you're going to have to answer to Him at some point in time. Because you made a bad decision of going into debt. He speaks if you look at Proverbs and you look at other Bible chapters, you will see how he talks about debt and how we should not be going into debt. Income inequality. how about if we just call it really being stupid and not controlling your finances the way that you should be doing it? You have gotten out of control. You know what your debt is. Put it out on the dining room table tonight. Put all of your debt out there on the dining room table. I want you to go through it, and I want you to start putting together a budget and a plan of how to pay down that debt. If you want more money in your pocket, get the debt gone. But if you want to keep complaining about income inequality, then go ahead. Keep on charging those credit cards at 18% interest. Be stupid. I encourage you to go out there and be stupid, because other people are going to make money off of you. And all that money that the people are taking from you in interest and fees and late fees and everything else, they deserve that because you're so stupid to agree to it. I want you to really start living with common sense. I want you to start living that you're thinking about your actions, thinking about your financial results of the decisions that you make. Debt is an evil. Listen, if you have any questions, send me a text at 818-252-5682. 818-252-5682. And let's really think about our actions when you take your wallet out to pay for something, or when you go to the store to buy something, or when you get really tempted to buy that new car. Put your wallet right back in your pocket and say, can I afford that? And if your answer is that you can no longer take on more debt until all of your debt is written off, gone, paid for, then maybe we can talk about buying that used car in cash. This is Mike Lodge, everybody. I'll talk with you soon. Everybody go out and have a great day, a great evening, a great morning, wherever you're listening to me at. But let's all be debt-free. By the end of 2020, let's all be debt-free. Can you commit to that to me? I want to hear from you. I'll talk with you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the WBT with Michael Lodge. Join us again tomorrow as we explore more about business and taxes. Follow us on iHeartRadio and go to our podcast website at www.wbtpod.com and listen to all of our podcasts and read our blogs.
This podcast has been produced by Michael Lodge, fully focused on content.